Punta ka sa harapan.
Sir, good evening. Sir, Manuel Cayon, sir, sa Business Mirror. Ang claim sa banana exporters, nag-drop ang atong world ranking sa export from number 2 to number 6. Tapos, ang ilang reason is that ang Ecuadorian bananas are entering the Asian market. Tapos, libre pag yun sa government daw ang shipping. So, ang ila, they can compete with the Philippine bananas. So, ang gusto nila, government should...
Subsidizing the business.
It's more on tariff daw ilang kuan that we
But
should
the
do
tariff
this.
is another thing. But if you start to provide the libre ang trade subsidized by government, so that's one of the things that we're trying to avoid precisely. Dito sa tariff, I really do not know how much for what country.
Japan, South Korea.
Ecuadorian banana, may backlog sila, which we are going to do.
Na yung back trade nila, may taon na back trade.
Marami ilang back trade. We will do this in Russia, sir. From Russia.
Back trade yan, tawag nila na kay front, tapo kay likod. Medyo barato, sabotahe ba? Those are the things that are appropriate for discussion. Lalo na sa, when is the next meeting sa...
WTO, sir. December, sir.
Oh. Saan ba yun?
Argentina, sir.
Layo kasi. Argentina. It's almost... basta malayo.
WTO nga meeting to.
So these are the things that you have to come. Yung back trade ng tanatawag, may sikreto ba? Wala yung front, wala yung po ang likod. That's back trading.
Pero domestically, they would also ask government nga i-install na itong kuan, banana kuan. Parang government body ba to? Banana Council to look into the plight of the other smaller bananas.
But we're not the only one affected by that. There's a lot of countries are producing banana also. But in many countries, for example, like sa Middle East, medyo we're coming just slightly. But dito sa Japan, pati sa China, we have good markets actually.
Including Russia, sir.
And I said, we're trying to open a small window there for Eastern Europe to Russia.
Thank you very much.
And they have promised that they would help us. But it's a competition of market. Pero yung back trade talaga, that's unfair. And subsidizing also businesses.
Sir, we will hold the first Russia-Philippine Agri and Trade Forum in Davao City in February.
Okay.
Para ma-engage ng banana farmers natin sa Russia.
We'll have a venue for that, actually.
And you will raise the
No, but
concern of back trade.
better still, you get to a world forum. Kasi bawal man talaga.
That's one of the main points na i-raise sa meeting. Concern of the back trade, no? Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Sir, Ayan Meliho from Philippine News Agency. The deadline that you gave to lift martial law is December. With the developments in Marawi now, are you ready to lift the martial law declaration anytime soon?
You know, declaration of martial law is always dependent what the armed forces and the police recommends. They are the two entities that would be relied upon heavily by a president or head of state when he entertains something like extreme measures, martial law, state of emergency. Kung anong sabihin ng armed forces pati police, since they are the ones also who would be totally engaged in kung meron talagang, if there's an offing trouble there, we should give credence to it, actually. I do not think that it fabricate events. It's all for us to say. It's involving every day, especially in that corridor of Maguindanao and Marawi.
But so far, sir, have you received any reports since the martial law declaration? Have you received reports of abuses to the communities?
No. At I do not believe that the soldiers were there to... Paano nila manakaw yan? I was there, and they were billeted in houses. And they were using the amenities of that house, yung refrigerator. There was power. Ginagamit rin ng mga electric fans. And kung yan lang, I am not ready to put to task my soldiers. Ano sabihin mga furniture, paano nila dalhin when they go home, they have the knapsack and makikita kasi kung saan mo ilagay yan. Ginamit nila, tama yan, kasi napunta ko several times. I went to the houses used as hospitals, emergency. I went to places where they used to confer, and I attended one using a electric fan, probably also borrowed. But I do not think my soldiers would be, alam nila yan. They are military men and they really do what is ordered of them. Yung sabi ni Hiram, tama lang yun. I was there. Paano mo nakawin yan electric pan? Saan mo ikarga? Yung pag-move out mo, ang dardara mo lang, yung knapsack mo, pati baril mo. Pwede makita ka ng opisyal. Those are very large things that you cannot hide in your pocket. And I do not believe na yan, para yan lang nakawin ng sundalo.
Mayor, good evening. I'm Ruth Palo, Dumanda, Radyo Pilipinas. Mayor, the CPP-NPA is intensifying their tactical offensive. No? In fact, in Agusan, there was one action incident, one police officer killed in Kalinan, another ambuscade in Bukidnon, yung 4-month baby old. Are you still pursuing the peace talks with the CPP-NPA, Mayor?
No, I am not anymore inclined to... Alam mo yung sa mga propaganda nila and even on the streets, there's a lot of streamers there and placards saying that pasista ako, ako'y graft and corruption, may 2 billion ako. Eh, kung ganun paniwala ninyo, no, why relate with me? What's the point? Why are you talking to me if I am a corrupt official, if I have amassed wealth, and sus, kung alam lang ninyo, I can give you an access to the bank. Wag lang yung mga kalaban ko sa politika. I can give you any time to find out. All you have to do is write the AMLAC and allow them to push that button there. And kung ngayon, kung corrupt ako, kung pasista ako, kung mamamatay tao ako, at DDS ako, why talk to me? Go find somebody else. Now, the reason there's an exhibition of food there, kaya mga NPA, alam mo bakit mahal? Pero sa inyo. Kaya mga Pilipino, dapat maintindihan ninyo yan. Bakit mahal? Kasi ang NPA may extortion. Pati yung mga farmers na babaya, dagdag yan doon sa presyo. Dati maniwala ko yung NPA na yan. Torpe lang talaga. Making lahat ng mga negosyante dito, sinusunog yung... It's providing work for the countryside and yet they are destroying the very essence of the industry. Kaya nagmahal eh. Kada pag naman ng truck, maghingi. Tapos, kaya nagmahal yung... Tapos they say that they fight for the people. What a lousy statement actually. Ayaw ko magipag-usap sa kanya. Hindi lang, sabi, papahinga lang mga sundalo ko. But we will also go to the offensive. And I think this is the most important thing. Noon, we recognize them as legitimate rebels, but with their continued depredations and killing innocent people and even an infant of 4 months old, I'll be issuing a proclamation. I will remove them from the category of a legal entity, or at least a semi-movement, which would merit our attention placing them pareho sa Amerika, terrorists. So beginning from now, wala nang rebellion, because rebellion is a slight offense. It can be bailable except for the leader. We will file terrorist, murder lahat. Arson with murder. Lahat na, because I would consider them criminals already. Now, it's a great conspiracy between itong mga bayan, pati, they are in conspiracy with a rebellion going on. We will study and maybe we will have a crackdown here somewhere. Nagsasawa na ako dito sa kalukuhan nila. So, yung lahat na inyong pretending to be this, speaking for the people, yung mga quasi, ninyo dyan, legitimate, kunwari, and yet you are, I said, continuing the depredation, putting industries down, and making it hard for the people to make a living. Mahal ang pagkain kasi kayo na humihingi pa. Patay gutom. Hindi kayo magtrabaho. Kayong mga NPA na sumamanap, kayong 50 years na matanda na kayo, I just say surrender. Surrender ngayon, may bahay ako na maibigay sa inyo, may trabaho akong, pero magtrabaho kayo. I will not just pay you for indolence there. I will take you in government, but you have to work. Just like any other Filipino working every day to earn his keep. Pero wala nang istorya. We will consider them terrorists, ordinary brigands, and no more about principles there. You are not fighting for any principle. My God. Killing a 4-year-old infant?
4 months.
4 months old infant? And you say that you are a revolution? Ang pinakaano mo lang, magsabi mo, we are sorry, we forgive. You know, that is an intentional act. It is not an accident. Tapos sabihin, hindi mo alam yan na may disgrasya ang bata na matay. You know, when you fire at government vehicles or anyone for that matter, somebody else's vehicle, there's always the danger. It's a malicious act. There is the intent to kill. That's why it's an ambush. Therefore, according to law, you are responsible for all the unintended, pati intended victims. There is pure malice there, criminal intent. That is what the law says. Or what is how it interprets. How it...
With that proclamation, Mayor, can by December walang SOMO na mangyari? Suspension of military operations or SOMO?
No, that is another thing. But if it gets worse, then I will ask the military, are we good or are we not good? And I ask the police, kaya ninyo i-control o hindi? With lawlessness going on, and I'll ask the PDEA, for the first time, I have distanced myself from them, how is the drug industry? Is it flourishing or is it under control?
Sir Jem Avancenia, TV5. Sir, kahapon, in-announce na ni Speaker Alvarez yung initial senatorial lineup. Kasama na nga po si Congressman Nograles, sila Attorney sila Sir Tolentino, and kasama po si PCOO Yusek Moca Uson. Marami hong nag-react. Nakausap niyo ho ba si Speaker Alvarez patungkol dito?
Let the people decide. It's not a one-man story or critic. Let the people decide. Kung ginusto nila yan, then that's it. It will be honored by all, including the military and the police. Pag yan ang pinili ng Pilipino, you might not like her. Her ways might not suit your values. But if that guy or woman is elected by the people, then you have to honor that choice.
Bukod po dun sa mga na-mention na ni Speaker Alvarez kahapon, kayo ho ba meron ho kayong personal choice, yung talagang choice nyo para maging candidate for senator?
Sino yung taong makatulong sa Pilipino na bababa yung presyo ng pagkain at meron tayong supply na marami? Sino yung Pilipino makatulong sa kapwa niya tao? Ano was the best of the ideas? Baka yun ang mga tao na kukunin ko. Or I might also nominate them. It's a party decision, so maybe there's a give and take there.
Anyone in mind, sir?
Si Pinyol sana, pero
Sino pa po?
I'd like to be your agriculture secretary, sir. Only.
or Berna Romulo Puyat.
Sir, yung sa DOTR, balitaan nyo na ho ba? Yung sa pagkahiwalay ng bagon, sir? Kasi nawawala daw yung black box. And then sabi parang meron daw...
But it would indicate sabotage or something did it intentionally. So maybe the connecting mechanisms there or equipment seems to be hindi nila makita or it's not there when it's supposed to be there. Well, that is one angle that they are trying to. But this does not. This is not an excuse actually. We offer no excuse, but apologies maybe to the public for the inconvenience caused.
Sir, thank you.
Sir Athena Imperial of GMA News. Sir, kadugtong lang po nung tinanong kanina, what do you think of yung plano po kay Secretary Harry Roque na senatorial candidate? Okay naman po ba siya dun sa bago niyang role ngayon sa gobyerno?
Anong tingin mo, ma'am?
Kayo po, sir.
Basta yung gusto mo, yun na yung akin.
Hindi nga, sir. Kung ano po yung tingin ninyo,
Kaya
mabuti
nga
po ba siyang magiging kandidato
Mag-usap nga
pagka-senador?
tayo. I'd like to talk to you after this. The next time we make the announcement, then, sasabi ko, I'd be comfortable actually if I consult people like you.
Sir, status na lang po ng pagtutulak natin sa federal form of government. Ano na po ang status sa
We
ngayon?
are waiting for the BBL. Actually, it's a commitment. That's the centerpiece of my campaign. Actually, it was Mindanao. Because if you are not if you are not going to fix it, I said there is trouble. And I have been very frank with you. Ever since ang kampanya na medyo ang tingin ko there's a looming dark clouds also that would involve the Moro of Mindanao. Ako, commitment ko talaga yan. I gave them my word. Otherwise, kung ayaw ninyong maniwala, and if the rest of the country, then be prepared for a fractured Mindanao.
May timeline ba tayo, sir?
Wala naman, and I hope that the BBL guys, MILF would understand that in a democracy, there is always a process. And sometimes it gets very hard to just move, and especially with the sentiments involved. Hindi naman ito automatic na boto for no or yes. But I am asking for their patience. Pero ako mismo, sinabi ko na, for the nth time, that is my personal commitment. Because I know what will happen if it is not given to them. But the most that I can really assure you is, it would be a federal system where we do not lose control. And for that one, as early as now, I am objecting to an independent regional armed forces and police. Isa lang talaga for the Republic of the Philippines. There should only be one PNP and one armed forces.
Sir,
I
last na
cannot
lang.
compromise on that.
Reaction niyo po dun sa recommendation ni Secretary Manny Piñol kanina na bigyan ng bigger role ang National Food Authority bilang consolidator ng mga produkto from different regions, not just rice importing agency.
Correct. Hindi kasi yung tong national tong rice in its sa Food Authority. MFA is not under the control of the. We will take about that, but I would like to talk to Jason because he's the one in control of that entity. You just do not get it and then get it away from me. Sabi mo, kunin ko yan. He must be heard. And his thoughts about an integrated food authority for all. For after all, it's the Department of Agriculture is responsible if we go hungry or we have full stomach. Pag nagkagutom-gutom tayo, look at Secretary Piñol. Siya yung sa bigas, sa lahat, pati ulam na. He's responsible for the sustainability of the food supply. So yung food chain talaga ng Pilipinas must be at least perfected by on the third year of my administration. Revolutionary. Then we should have a revolution first. Then I will, until there is a revolution, malabo. Pero sinabi ko, you're always short-changed of quotations. Sinabi ko noon, and I repeat now, and I know it would not be taken into account again, I said, if things go out of control at tumagilid yung gobyerno, yun ang predicate ko. It was not an outright statement na alam mo na, when people judge best when they condemn. So, talagang puputulin nila yung sinasabi mo. That's what I do. That's why sabi ko hindi ako napapaim ng media. Remember, I cut, wala na. Kasi, ang statement po, pinaghati, chop-chop yan. Only what is good for a public criticism will come out. Kaya sabi ko, ayaw ko na. Ngayon, ang pinagbigyan ko lang kayo. Then again, because they always omit the predicate. Kung tumagilid ang bayan ko, and I see revolutionaries bringing firearms on the streets, well, maybe wag ka na magdalawang isip. I will declare a revolutionary government. Ayaw ko ng martial law. Maraming restrictions. Tuduhin ko na lang. Kaya wag mong gawain na do not do something that will cause or even attempt to topple government. Hindi ako papayag ng gano'n.
Thank you so much, sir. That ends our interview.
Bye-bye, girls. Ito siya, oh. I still have to talk to you because we must talk on the same wavelength about Roque. Okay? Alam mo, we are here because we are celebrating. Actually, ang mga Ayala owns itong Abrisa. At they have this corporate activity na diretso na ang bagsakan, sort of a terminal. They would provide this space para free para hindi na magpunta sa mga dicer. Ang mga dicer kasi pag sila ang bumili, patong ng patong, may checkpoint pa dyan may checkpoint pa dyan. Inalis ko na yan. Ang checkpoint nagpaiwan ang NPA. Bayad ka ng kaya nagmahal itong But wala masyadong the less people dipping their fingers in the movement of the merchandises, food, the lesser, mas wala yung taxation ng NPA, mas mabuti. Medyo bababa. Pag nandyan yung NPA, mas mahal yung gulay. Kasi akala nila, gobyerno rin sila. Well, anyway, I'd like to thank Ayala kasi marami man ito. I suppose that there'll be other activities sponsored by the Ayala family. Kumplituhin ko na lang. And I would like to thank them for their social conscience, corporate conscience to help the Filipino people. Anyway, sila man rin yung ang prime movers talaga ng ating gobyerno, and it would be good if they would accommodate us, bagsakan, libre, and they will buy your products diretso. Wala na yung dicer. So, ang ano na lang is paano natin i-complement yung to transport. Maybe government can provide something like that. Yung pag ano kasi yung mga minsan yung mga 4x4 na makaakyat sa bukid eh. So we will look into these things, but it will bring down the prices. Well, at the expense of the dicers, yung mga middlemen. But how it is, because we are trying to come up with our decision to, I said, provide the people affordable and always there food for them. But we have to balance this with the trade to the all over the world. Pare-pareho, pasok lahat. Pag di tayo pumasok sa kanap, pasok dito, it's always competition. The thing there is maintain the supply para pareho mura. Then kung ikaw Pilipino, kung pareho yung sa Pilipino ka na bumili, makatulong ka pa. There's always the competition, but during times of harvest, which has also been criticized sa labas, anong yung pag-meet namin sa ASEAN. Kasi I banned for temporarily the importation of rice because it was harvest time. Pag harvest time, sabi ko kay Secretary Peño, bilhin mo na lang lahat para hindi na mahirapan ang Pilipino. Bilhin mo na, tapos i-stock mo lang. So yan that's the idea of how to help the people. Okay?
Mr. President, thank you so much.